We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Buffalo Bills. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And taken down just shy of the 40. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's good for Bills. Regular. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Allen to throw it. To the right side and intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Robinson up the middle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This a 2nd and 8. Jackson. Down inside the 10. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Bills nothing. Brandon Aubrey.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
A gain of only a yard.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Jackson's going to try to sneak. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes you even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them, and the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Credit Yaya Diaby with a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ready.
Now it's Jackson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Matthew Golden, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Bills nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
It's 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Taking it about the 36. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Option play. Here's Robinson. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys! Bijan Robinson. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 21-0.
Bills nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
the gun. He'll hand this off. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Good for Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Allen now looks to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Allen going to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. That third down conversion good for 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Five wide.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
No gain on the play.
Now Allen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Jackson now. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now he's into the clear again. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And, boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays.
Bijan Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
But I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Allen going to run with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Allen. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Tolbert hauls in the out route. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 41 yards. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Allen going to run with it. Got it complete to Cole. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the gun, Jackson. Pass caught, that's Golden. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them are the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
180! What's that?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Bills are able to claw one back.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. How decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Through the middle of the field, inside the 10. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 65 yards. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
56, Bills 15. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 119 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
49-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. adding just a bit to this sizable deficit.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point conversion.
Allen will try to throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Bills 23.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Fighting through, he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Past the 20. 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 46 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The kicker on
Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
63. Bills 23.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now he fires deep for Shakir. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Breaks through the contact. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Cowboys.
A give to Robinson on the option. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. They work now on 2nd and 9.
We change it. At their 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Come on, ready? Hey, middle. Set up. 13. Set up.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
He had some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. He had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Real quick, ready?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. To throw is Jackson. Got his tight end, and that's complete. That's Ferguson. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Jackson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with fourth and 1. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Now Jackson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Right back to him on first down. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
John Brown, 80.
Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Bills 31. Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now they can't bring him down. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Here's Allen to throw it. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. This one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.